There are many schools of thought competing for acceptance in our day, but they have several things in common, and all of them, in one sense, can be traced back to a movement that was a post-Kantian movement of the 19th century, introduced by a philosopher by the name of Auguste Comte, and it was the school known as Positivism. And Positivism, as it was set forth by Comte, was an attempt, as Marx had given us and others, to produce a kind of philosophy of history, in which he said, in the development, the evolutionary progress of civilization and of Western humanity, that people have gone through 3 stages of cultural development and intellectual development that correspond to stages in human biological development. And in his analysis, he said the first stage of Western culture is the stage of its infancy, where here the dominant themes of inquiry were those associated with religion, which, according to Comte, in the final analysis, is nothing more, nothing less than an exercise in mythology. It is an infantile response to our world and life to try to make sense of it by an appeal to some kind of religion. But then as people began to grow up, and as civilization began to mature, at least reaching its adolescent stage, then the dominant controlling factor to define life and the world was found in the abstract realm of philosophy. But now, according to Comte, at the end of the 19th century and going into the 20th century, mankind has finally come of age, where we've moved beyond the infantile and beyond the adolescent to the adult stage of intellectual inquiry that is dominated now not by religion or philosophy, but by science. This is a new form of empiricism. And so positivism, as it moved into the 20th century, and as was developed particularly by British thinkers such as A.J. Ayer and Anthony Flew, developed the concept of a scientific approach to reality by which they came to the conclusion that no propositions are meaningful unless they can be verified empirically. Now, this is an idea drawn from science, where in the scientific inquiry and the enterprise, the data that is collected and observed have to be tested not by formal principles or theorems, but in the final analysis, their accuracy and truth value can only be determined by empirical measurement or verification. That is, if you can't see it, taste it, touch it, smell it, or so on, it isn't real. So that the real is only that which can be verified by the senses.